First up tonight, though, today's Newspoll figures are a stark reminder to the Labor Party that the jobs remain top of mind when voters decide their intentions. Jobs, jobs, jobs. Now, of course, Prime Minister Scott Morrison has surged in the personal popularity stakes after handling COVID so well. So has every Premier and state leader, with the notable exception, of course, of Dan Andrews. And those honeymoon figures will eventually flatten as we get back to normality. Shortly, I'll be talking to federal Labor MP Shane Newman, who has decided to put jobs before his own party when it comes to the Acland mine. Newman and other right-wing factional colleagues like Joel Fitzgibbon and Anthony Chisholm have gone out on a limb recently saying the Acland coal mine near Oakey should be approved by the Palaszczuk government. Now, this is at odds with Labor's left, who are anti-coal. Now, their anti-coal stance cost Bill Shorten the last election, and it will surely cost Anthony Albanese the next election, unless there's a change in thinking. That's why Newman and Fitzgibbon and Chisholm have got plenty of people who support them. Labor, let's be frank here, has deserted the workers of this country. They've turned their back on miners. They've turned their back on tradies, all in the pursuit of embracing this madness, this green ideology around coal and climate change. Now, the regions in particular, of course we go into all the regions throughout this country, have rejected these policies. They've rejected them. They've opted for jobs. People sitting at home tonight have opted for jobs and prosperity over this left-wing zealotry that we see being perpetuated by the Greens and, of course, the left of the Labor Party. Tell a miner in Clermont that he's got to give up his job, as Bob Brown did at the last election, because latte sippers in West End or Balmain or St Kilda can bask in the glory. They've got their own jobs. They're not worried about these people. They can bask in the glory that they're saving the planet. We all want to save the planet. That's why we're in the Paris Agreement. This is all at a time when Australia produces 1%. That's it, 1% of the globe's carbon emissions. It's madness, and some within Labor are waking up to this. Anastasia Palaszczuk may well win the next election off the back of her COVID response, but many in the bush and in the regions, they'll punish Labor for their anti-coal strategy. The same federally. Albanese might as well resign now. I mean, Labor's 1,000,000 to 1 at the next election if they continue ignoring people like Fitzgibbon and Newman and Chisholm. These blokes understand what is required, and the rest of the Labor Party have their heads in the sand. And guess who's the big winner? Scott Morrison.